Hello, Austin.
Oh, dude.
2 years removed now from being from the Astros and everything that came out regarding the sign stealing. Is it different this year compared to last year?
I don't know. I think it's always it'll always be something weird there. Like those games were important to us, obviously. I know it's a while ago, but I don't know. There's something weird there. It's different coming back. You just want to beat these guys, and that's what we'll go out there and try to do.
Is it easier to get over it after winning last year, or is it still something you'll never get over?
Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever fully get over it. I mean, winning helps. Obviously, if we never won a World Series, that would have been pretty hard to swallow. But we could have been. Not trying to go too deep into it, but we could have won twice, two World Series. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a weird little situation, but we're looking forward to playing these two games.
Austin, tonight you guys will be playing in front of full capacity for the first time this season. Are you guys ready for this type of atmosphere?
Yeah, I mean, this place gets loud, so it'll be fun. We haven't played in front of a full stadium in a little while, so it'll be interesting. It'll be fun. We're obviously expecting this with all the emotions of the series to be a lot of with all the fans, be high intensity. So it'll be a fun series.
Final one for you. You've caught some pretty good staffs in the past with Ryu and Rich and Kershaw, but could this be the best rotation you guys have had since you've been on the team with these four guys?
Yeah, I think it could be for sure. I think the steps Julio's taken is he's becoming he's coming into himself, and Kersh, Bueller, and Bauer, these guys are as good as they get. So yeah, and it's unfortunate what happened with D-May, because D-May was taking that big step forward too. So, but those four guys we have, they're pretty special. So we'll take them. We'll take them every day.
Next question is from Mark Castillo. Go ahead.
Hey, Austin, you mentioned it's weird. It's a weird thing what happened there. Does this still piss you off thinking about it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like I don't know. Do I just forget? I don't just forgive them for I think it's it's unfortunate that it happened, and that was during a World Series, that it affected a World Series like that. But it happened years ago. You move on, and I don't think about it all the time. But it's those games were high intensity. Those games were tough, man. I remember those games. We went to Game 7 of the World Series. We didn't come out there. We didn't come on the right side of it. So, yeah, I don't know. It's something that it happened, and there's not much you can do about it.
Just the last few days leading up to this, have you talked to Clayton about this start? About that in the start? I mean, obviously, you do your game planning and all that. Do you got a sense that this start means a little more to Clayton today?
No, it might mean a little more. I don't know. It's at the end of the day, it's we're going out there to play baseball. He's been doing this for a long time. He's a professional. He knows how to probably prepares the same way for every start. We don't go talking about the Astros and what happened in the past. It's just something that happened, and happened a few years ago, and it's what you can do about it. So you just move on.
And then with Clayton, his velocity, it's not like it's gone up again. It's kind of like where it was between 19 and 20, somewhere in the middle. What's he done to remain so effective? When guys lose their velocity, oftentimes they don't stay as good as he's been.
Yeah, he just knows how to pitch. He knows how to attack hitters. He's a smart pitcher. He fills out the game. So he just knows what he's doing on the mound, and knows how to get out. So, and that's I feel like that's the most important thing.
Thank you.
Next question is from Fabiana Ardaya. Go ahead.
Hey, Austin. I know you said you haven't thought that much about it, but how much have you thought about Game 5, specifically that last game that you guys played in Houston during that series in time since? And what is that something that you thought of less over time, or is that something that's become more prevalent for you?
No, I mean, there was a time where, I spent some time to reflect on some at bats during that game, but, I mean, that was a while ago. Yeah, there were some bats that I had some questions on that, didn't make sense to me, but, like I said, that was a long time ago. I don't really look back anymore at that too much, so, yeah.
And then for you personally, right now, I think Dave said that you're swinging the bat probably as well in his eyes as you have since 2017. I mean, what do you feel like you've been doing at the plate that has sort of let you tap back into that a little bit?
I just feel like I'm getting a good swing off when I need to, and that's most important. I feel like I have a pretty good ability to not swing at balls, but when you're hitting the strikes hard, I think that's when it becomes really good. So yeah, I'm just trying to get a better swing off every time I can in the zone.
Is there anything like you've changed or adjusted with that swing?
I mean, you're adjusting every day. You're changing little things every day, so it's a constant adjustment. So, but you just kind of stay with it, try to get a good feel.
Thanks, Austin.
Next question's from Rowan Kavner. Go ahead.
Hey, Austin, a lot of guys have been asked about, the no-hitters that have been up this year and the offense just kind of being down around baseball. I'm just kind of curious if you have an opinion on it, if you think it's good or bad for the game, or, it's an anomaly a little bit early in the season when guys aren't, just kind of, it takes a little bit of time sometimes the offense. I'm just kind of curious if you have any opinion on all that.
I probably think offense is probably better for the game, more exciting. So I probably think that it's a little unusual. I feel like for all these no hitters, so obviously something's going on, but pitchers are good now. They're throwing harder. It's not easy to square up a ball, and but it is crazy all those no hitters so early in the season.
Thanks.
Last one's from Eric Steven. Go ahead.
Austin, you've played a little bit at second base this year, first time in a few years. I'm just wondering, how has that been, like, transition wise? Do you have to take extra ground balls, or is it just something like, how do you prepare?
Yeah, well, the games that it usually happens are the games that get out of get out of hand in a good way for us, and we want to give one of those guys a break over there at in the infield who play every day. So you just go out there and whatever they ask you to do, you go out there and you do. So yeah, I was naturally an infielder, so it's not so crazy. You go out there and take ground balls to stay sharp, especially when you see that how many guys we have hurt in our situation. So if they need me put out there, then I'll be out there.